Yes, Alex?
Let me tell you about Man.
I've swapped complete failures at Kickstarter.
Star Fox Command is the first game that you get to be Anthony Birch.
The first of many fuck yous. Like a fucking Looney Tunes? Suck.
The only stipulation was behave yourself and keep your dick in your pants, and you have not followed through on that.
Hey, Ted.
Yes, Alex, spelled with an X.
Wait, would there be any... let me tell you about Roblox and the Roblox political scene.
Now, from what I understand about Roblox, it's like... I've only seen someone play it once. And
okay.
That was...
Tell me about your experience watching one person play Roblox. I want to get what your frame of reference is before I start.
I want to say it was in like 2000. Maybe not 2000. Maybe like 2004 or something.
Okay.
And a kid was playing it, and I thought it was Minecraft. And like, it's like squares, and that's all I know about Roblox.
That's all you know.
Square people. It looks like Duplo, like those like the Legos that you can't eat.
What are Duplo? What the? I thought you said like Diplo. What the fuck are you talking about?
Duplo. They're like the giant Legos that you can't eat.
And wait, are you implying you can eat the other Legos?
Technically, you can eat anything, but that's not what this podcast is about.
Oh,
that's for our TNA Vor episodes.
I was gonna avoid saying the V word, but you went and fucking did it anyway.
So what the fuck is Roblox? To start this all off.
So I had a very similar experience learning about Roblox. I didn't really know exactly what it was 100% of the way. The only exposure I had with it was my one friend told me about the time they used to like try and catfish people on Roblox when they were like 13 because they thought it was funny, but then like their parents caught them, so they had to stop. That was my initial like exposure to Roblox. So I was like, what the fuck? After that, I kind of have heard about it over the years off and on, but never really sort of fully grasped the whole concept of what it was until I was looking for new content for my stream, and somebody was like, hey, GeePM, you should play Roblox. And I'm like,
that man was a genius.
More like a messenger of doom, really. So, yeah, I checked it out, and around this time is when I was doing a lot of my Miiverse stuff. And I was kind of looking for something in the sort of same vein as that.
Rest in peace, by the way, Miiverse.
Yeah, rest in peace, Miiverse. We could do a whole another episode about Miiverse in general.
I was playing that Yoshi Wool game, and every level I keep getting stamps that I just can't use because Miiverse is closed.
It's such a shame. Not to go on a diatribe here, but real quick, I'm gonna miss. The one thing I'm going to miss the most from Miiverse is that guy who would post on every single like new eShop game and rate the water and post about it on the Miiverse. That guy was my hero. The one like good thing that come out of that.
Nice
series.
water. Cool water.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of comments like that. But anyway, so yeah, I was told to make a Roblox account, and so I did. From what I understand in my 2-year experience now being in the Roblox scene, it's generally meant as a kids game for the most part, but there are a lot of very, very intricate creations on this platform, kind of like...
Is it kind of like Gary's Mod?
In a way.
Or is it more Gary's Mod, or is it more Second Life?
It could honestly go either way. I would say it's a lot more in the vein of Gary's Mod, but with like more freedom to kind of create whatever. Roblox, you're basically given a set of tools, and you can sort of really do whatever you want with it. You can create scripts and do scripting. It's all Lua based. So actually, you'll see like a lot of Gmod game modes that get ripped from Gmod and then thrown into Roblox and just kind of like edited to work around the Roblox framework. But yeah, generally it's catered towards kids. I mean, if you go into GameStop, you'll find like Roblox gift cards that you can, it's their sort of in-game currency they have, which you can earn by like if you're a creator in Roblox, for example, you can create worlds, you can create things to do and places to go, and people can spend their own Robux to like get premium features, and there's a lot of other stuff I'll go into detail more, but basically, primarily, it's sort of an online kids game service that lets you do sort of whatever, obviously within the confines of, you know, no hot and horny stuff, although there's a secret Roblox, a horny Roblox, if you will, that's sort of disconnected from the main Roblox community. It's a little odd, but my first experience of Roblox was playing a game that was recommended to me, and you'll see a lot of games like this on the front page. It was Roblox High School Roleplay. And now, just coming out of doing a lot of Miiverse stuff, specifically, you know, high school roleplay sort of thing, this sort of content ended up being right up my alley. When you load up the game, you'll see, you know, a lot of this stuff looks very inspired by Legos. I mean, it looks like, you know, you're building bricks and kind of shit like that. And actually, fun fact about this, at a point, the Lego company was actually in the process of getting a lawsuit filed against the Roblox company because they thought, you know, they were infringing on their brand, because a lot of stuff did kind of look like Lego shit. And they were sort of they weren't directly advertising themselves as like a video game Lego, but it was kind of like, basically the whole buzz around it was like, it's like Lego, but video game and online. And so the Lego company tried to sue them, and Roblox actually won the lawsuit, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, because I think Lego really only has a trademark on, like, the style of brick.
Pretty much,
they don't really have a trademark on building things.
Yeah, they didn't really have too much of a good ground to stand on, but yeah, they came out of the lawsuit okay. And, yeah, Roblox as a collective is just this sort of, on its core, it's a place where creators get together, they build worlds, they can build items, accessories for your characters, you can get hats. You can build hats, and you can buy hats with real money if you really wanted to. Well, okay, no, you don't buy it with real money, you buy it with Robux, which you buy with real money.
See, now here's the thing I always wondered about these types of games.
Yeah.
So there's like an official store, right, where you could probably spend Robux to get like a top hat.
It's Robux, not Roblox. I have to make this point. Yes,
so
but there is a store.
Like Timmy Jimmy 1999. Actually, God, it would be like Timmy Jimmy 2007 now. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Like, what stops him from just getting that hat and then releasing it in part of like his level or whatever, where you could just get that item?
So, as far as I'm aware,
tell me about the anti-piracy laws in Roblox.
Yeah, okay. So you can't, like, when you buy items and stuff, they're permanent, like, accessories you can put on yourself. You can have, like, items and shit like that in a world you can temporarily put on, but as soon as you leave that world, those items are, like, gone from your person.
But a Robux top hat lasts forever.
Yeah, you could get a top hat that lasts forever.
Robux lasts forever.
Yeah, and obviously people can make like copies of other people's works, but it has to go through like a approval process real quick.
And I imagine that approval process is as strict and highly regulated as the.
Let me put it to you this way. So I bought so you can buy like a premium Roblox account in order to like create content and put stuff up on the store and stuff like that. If you just have like a free account, you can't really do a whole lot. But if you pay the Roblox Corporation like $5 a month, you have access to the store and ability to create content and put stuff up there. Otherwise, you can just like go to Worlds and that's pretty much it. So I paid $5 a month for a good long while to have the ability to upload a shirt that just pretty much just had Buff Riku on it, and then arms and legs that were just like Buff Riku's muscles. And that got approved pretty quickly, but if you just try and like straight up put a penis on something, that's not really gonna get through.
You gotta be sneaky with it.
Yeah. Obviously, with this being, a kid's platform, they're going to be, like, harder on the censorship and going to, like, look at stuff a little more closely as far as that sort of content goes. But for the most part, you can kind of get away with a fair amount of junk, I guess, for the most part.
Fair amount of Roblox lewdness.
I guess not necessarily. Their in-game censor has gotten pretty aggressive over the years. Like, if you even post anything that's close to the word fuck, it'll get, like, censored out.
That reminds me, one of the kids' games that I play, there's a Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm sure I've told it on the podcast, but it's a Pirates of the Caribbean MMO. I played it with my little brother, and we realized that there was no swear filter. So we were just running around. We set a macro up where I would press, like, L and O, and just go, shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. I'm
disappointed you didn't bind the F key to fuck. I think
that was like the flashlight or the sprint key or something stupid.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay. I mean, hey, it's in character. You're playing as a drunk pirate.
That's true.
I mean, a drunk pirate would run around and start screaming shit and fuck.
As with your average Roblox player.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of variety to a lot of the games you'll find. Most of them are kind of hot garbage, as you would expect, but there are a lot of diamonds in the rough with this sort of thing.
So it kind of reminds me of Little Big Planet, except not strictly a platformer.
Yeah, you can make a lot of, like, whatever you want in this game. You can make a first-person shooter, which I guess I could talk briefly about. Probably one of the legitimately best games on the Roblox platform. It's a very good first-person shooter called Phantom Forces, and honestly, it is probably one of the best shooters I've actually ever played.
Really?
Yeah. So it's modeled. Imagine it's like an amalgamation of some Battlefield elements with like large player counts, and mixed with a lot of the gunplay of a Call of Duty. So you have stuff like you could do like drop shots in this game, and it's probably one of the most like developed and like consistently worked on games on the Roblox community.
And so does it just look like fucking Ace of Spades?
No, well, kind of, yeah, but it has like CS:GO elements in it too, of like you can buy gun skins. Like you have to buy you have to buy a gun case and then a key to unlock the case. And then it does. You could the Karambit is in this game, Tad. You could get a Roblox Karambit.
What is there? So tell me about the Russian hacking and phishing scene to try and get your fucking phantom crates.
So there's none of that, but there are meme crates, and one of the guns you could get, it's just got a bunch of like troll faces on it.
That's hilarious.
I know it's really funny. But no, the actual gameplay of that game is fucking surprisingly very good. I played it like unironically for a good month because I was just honestly impressed with how good it felt to like just play that game. I don't know what it was about it. Like the responsiveness of the guns and like It felt like you would hit your targets a lot of the time, and you felt like actually the mistakes you would make would because it was just something dumb you did, rather than like just some bad gameplay elements. I don't know. It is legitimately a good first person shooter, and anybody listening to this, I actually highly recommend you go check it out to see what I'm talking about. It's pretty all right. I don't know. I had a very good time with it.
Now, I had one more question. So you said that they could buy crates and stuff. Now, as a creator, do you get, like, if people spend Robux in your world, do you get, like, some of those Robux?
Yes.
And then you can...
So, okay, yeah. So you can spend... So Phantom Forces has its own separate currency from Roblox. So you pay real money or, like, you can earn Robux, but you pay real money to buy Robux, and then you use those Robux to buy... I think whatever the Phantom Forces currency was, I don't remember. I think it's just like converted back to dollars in-game currency. It's real dumb. But like then you use those to buy the crates and the keys and stuff like that. But yeah, when anybody spends Robux on your game or like spends Robux to buy like an item you created, like a hat or a shirt or something like that, you get some of that money back in return. As a creator, and you can if you make a good amount, you can actually cash out those Robux into like actual real world dollars. So the idea,
what's the exchange rate on that?
Let me find out real quick.
Because, like, I mean, hey, that's pretty. I'll go in there. I'll make a fucking Sans Undertale level. I don't know. I'll make something. I'll find something. I know what the kids are into. I'm hip. I'm cool. I'm with it.
Okay, so if you're in the developer program, the new rate is, let's see. I think you get, which comes out to 350.
I'm going to take a guess. $100 equals like 100,000 Robux.
Okay, so the new rate I think is $0.0035 Robux, so which comes out to basically $350 for 100,000 Robux.
Okay, I mean that's not too bad.
Right. They actually
depending on how much your stuff costs.
Yeah, and it really depends. Like the developers can set it up to be whatever. A lot of the times you'll see a lot of games are sort of designed just to try and like milk Robux out of people. So you'll go into a lot of these games wherever, right? And a lot of them are called obbies. And what obbies are, you'll see a lot of these. They're called obstacle courses. I think they're called obbies because they're like obstacle lobbies. I think is the naming nomenclature behind that. But you'll have a lot of them where like you spawn in, right? And then behind you, you'll have a room that'll be locked off, and it'll say VIP only. And you'll go up to the room, and you'll just sort of like step on a panel, and like you'll get a little pop-up window that say, VIP access only, buy VIP for 100 Robux. And so you'll get a lot of these places where it's like, oh, you can get special skins on this map, or you'll get like a teleporter access to these areas, or you'll get the ability to use this like character if you're VIP. So that's where a lot of people try and make their money out of. You'll run into like a lot of stuff like that. There is a lot of just like cookie cutter clickbait stuff out on the Roblox market. You'll see a lot of simulator games, for example, which a lot of them just end up being these weird. The best way I can describe them is like conveyor belt games. So what you'll do is like I played one called McDonald's Simulator, I think is what it was, and you'll run into like
I was gonna say like Krusty Krab Simulator. Where you just go around the kitchen.
Yeah, so you'll run into like a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, here's this plot of land you have. You can spend some dollars or whatever of the in-game currency to get a fryer. Oh, and when you make certain amount of money, you can then upgrade. It's like a clicker game, sort of. It's like a more in-depth like clicker game, like Cookie Clicker or stuff like that. Like, hey, you know, you do this thing and it makes a certain amount of thing, but you can buy this, it'll make things faster for you, so you can get this next tier. And it'll be like, hey, you could spend like 50 Robux or 100 Robux to get this thing right now if you really want to.
Now, how old is Roblox?
I think Roblox has been around since like 2007. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, Roblox originally came out in 2006.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pre-TF2 era. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's been around for a while, but it really has come into its stride, I guess, around like the middle 2010s. I get like the middle of our era, I guess, 2010, 2011, 2012, and so on and so forth. As kids are getting more access to the internet, like Roblox on mobile is a fucking huge thing too, because again, it's one of those things that's just like free to download and free to play. Like you don't need...
it's like a mobile Gary's mod.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. This game Roblox also has VR support, which is kind of wild. And when I had my Vive for a while, I tried out Roblox VR, and it's kind of a nightmare, to be honest. Like, you just look down and you see your Roblox hands, and you just go, oof.
So is that like the player damage sound? Just oof.
Yeah, and it's the damage sound that happens when your character dies. He just goes, oof.
Oof.
Like, if you just search Roblox oof, you'll find the sound effect. I actually... This is a funny thing. So I just got an Elgato Stream Deck, which is basically like a little video audio mixer board you can use for streaming and stuff. And you can program any of the keys to have whatever you want on it. So I just got this big Roblox button on my Stream Deck that's just the smiling Roblox guy. And it just plays the oof anytime I press it.
So it's like a physical like thing that has a bunch of buttons. You just smash that motherfucking oof button.
Yes, I literally smashed that motherfucking oof button. It's very good. It's very, very good.
But for 600 Robux, you can unlock several different fucking pitches of it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like a nightmare to be in. It sounds like the worst video game ever to just go in there and have all this like microtransaction bullshit.
It's kind of bad. The nice thing is, generally, you can get Robux without really having to pay anything. Although it's
that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. However, to like actually like if you're a person that wants to get like a lot of this VIP stuff or whatever, you'll kind of have to, actually go out and buy like a card sometime.
Now here's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to be kind of shifty here. I'm going to make a game that just makes you get a bunch of Robux, and then I'll let people tip me with the Robux that they get. Right? Can I do that? Is that a thing?
So I don't think you can't make a game that just auto generates Robux. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, it has to come from a purchase that someone made and gets spent and distributed across.
So the way it works is you would have to like set up you can't just give people Robux. You have to like set up a space that'll be like, hey, if you want VIP access, pay me 100 Robux and I'll give you like these special things in my games or whatever. Stuff like that. You can't just hand it out.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I don't think you can gift Robux either, as far as I'm aware. Although you might be able to.
But you said that you were able to get Robux without really paying. How do you do that? Other than just making stuff and having people.
I think that's the case. I think the only way you might actually be able to get Robux is through creating stuff, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I think I'm just used to always having Robux because either A, people bought my Buff Riku shirt, or B, I think because I have a monthly account, like I get a certain like stipend of Robux into my account dropped in every so often.
If I got a Roblox account, first thing I would make it would be a recreation of Varrock from fucking RuneScape, and you would talk to the guy and say, "I'll double your Robux, just trade me them."
Yeah, there you go. Make sure to put in looking for girlfriend.
Buying GF, selling GF,
selling GF for 100 Robux. Here you go. But yeah, you can make a lot of shit in Roblox. I have seen a vast swath of things from a game called Feed Batman to some incredible like in-depth adventure games that have been created in this. Like somebody made their own goddamn Paper Mario game. Ooh. in Roblox. It was kind of impressive. It was more of like a platformer thing than anything. But people put a lot of work into these games. I'm good friends with a development group called Shovelware Studios. And what they do is very good. They make a lot of those obby games I was talking about, but they put a little bit of care and love into them. But they purposely make the game titles very clickbaity. One of my favorite games by them is their Cars obby game. I think it's just called Save Tow Mater or something like that. Let me look this up real quick.
Now, how clickbaity does it go? Does it stop there, or does it go full on Spider-Man Elsa pregnant car crash in the Himalayas? Joker lethal injection.
It depends on the game, but Save Lightning McQueen in particular, it's like a good kind of clickbait. It's very it's a shitposty game. I don't want to spoil it for people listening, but I would suggest going to play Save Lightning McQueen Adventure Obby. Shovelware Studios makes some of my favorite games on that platform, and they're very self-aware. They have a lot of like stuff where it's like, hey, you could spend 100 Robux to get a costume that does nothing. You know, a lot of shit like that. You'll find in their games. They're very, very good and good people, and I would highly recommend watching their shit. You can also take out ads for games in Roblox. I totally forgot this was a thing.
Like when it's loading up another map or something.
So let me take a screenshot here for you. I'm gonna post this in the Discord chat, but if you look on the right-hand bar there, you can see an ad for Gucci Roblox. And it's literally the Gucci brand, but like a group, and they sell like Gucci brand clothing.
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that's not the actual Gucci brand.
No. But the funny thing is, there have been like actual brands that have done sponsorship deals with Roblox. For a long while, there was a partnership with Fruity Pebbles, I believe, and they like sponsored some game or whatever. So like there was just like a shitload of Fruity Pebbles like merch everywhere, and there was like an item you could get where you would just like use it and you would be eating Fruity Pebbles.
I like it.
Yeah, it gets buck wild. Oh God, what do you want to know about Roblox? I guess just ask me, and I can try my best to answer here.
So I think I got a good grasp of what it is. It's kind of like a open like here's a big level editor. Here's all this stuff. Make your games.
Yeah.
We're going to simulate an economy. But I want to know. I feel like you can any time which there is a digital currency that can become actual money. There's a seedy underbelly. I want to know about the seedy I want to know about the filthy sewers of Roblox. I want to know about the fucking the seedy the Roblox brothels.
Well, I mean, there's Roblox porn if you want to get into that.
Let's not.
Okay. As far as like the microtransactions and stuff like that goes, I don't know necessarily like if there is a CD under. I'm sure there is. Like if you search like if you search how to get free Robux on YouTube, you'll find like a bunch of fake videos or whatever that's just basically hack your account.
So I'm thinking like there's a thing going on with Team Fortress 2 where the earbuds, like a bunch of stolen credit cards, a bunch of like Russian mafia dudes had a bunch of stolen credit cards, bought a shitload of earbuds, and were selling the earbuds for the keys and doing that shit.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
So I'm
wondering if that's a thing.
I don't, okay, maybe that might have happened with Roblox. I don't know, but I certainly haven't heard of anything like that dastardly. I don't think there's a lot of money to be made necessarily on Roblox that way. Like there is no like Roblox Lotto websites as far as I'm aware anyway. Which, by the way, check out my new website, robloxlotto.com. I promise I'm not tipping the scales in my favor.
Check out robloxskins.com, add it to your name. It's fine, don't worry about it. Let me check your Roblox items to make sure make sure this trade is clean.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I haven't seen necessarily anything like that, mind you. But I haven't really seen anything like as far as crazy Russian hacking Roblox goes, as far as I'm aware. The CDs you'll get is just like people making
inappropriate things.
Yeah, well, not even necessarily inappropriate things, just like making like bad like games or levels that are just specifically meant to try and get it'll
be like a level where it's like save Spider-Man, and to open the doors you just have to pay Robux.
Yeah, I mean you'll definitely get a lot of shit like that, that's for sure. Oh, what the hell? Oh, my Gmail storage ran out. Oh no. Sorry, I had to go on a diatribe there. But no, yeah, like you'll run into a lot of situations where it's just like if you want to progress like easier, like everybody else has to jump over these lava bars, but hey, if you want to just skip to the end here and get to the good shit, just give me 50 Robux, baby.
Yeah, it's called economics.
Yeah, and hey, man, these kids, they know what they're making. They're trying to make bank. So you'll also on Roblox, as I mentioned, there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of roleplay games. I would say, in fact, a good majority of the games on Roblox are specifically catered to people who wish to roleplay. And a lot of them are kind of the same. So, as I mentioned before, there was the high school roleplay game. But then you would have a lot of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think people would want to roleplay, but people are super into, which is like running a restaurant, working at Dunkin' Donuts, running an Applebee's, for example.
I could see it. Like, that's just wholesome kid activities where you just play pretend.
Yeah, or like running a whole city, that's a thing. Or running a whole country.
Well, now we're getting a little up there.
So the thing that in the last year I've come to understand, and the thing that I love most about this platform is the role-playing aspect to it. Now, getting in the role-play stuff, that's all fine. That's good. And, I'm not going to make fun of anybody that's, like, really into, like, a lot of the role-play stuff. I mean, a lot of these are just kids and all that good, wholesome stuff. But when I discovered that there was a whole subsect of people in Roblox that were role-playing as nation leaders, that would have been just fine on its own. You go into your games or whatever. Tad, let me tell you, the political the political Roblox scene is so deep and intricate. It fucking blew my mind when I first found out about it. Not only were people role-playing as, like, national leaders, they were making their own government cables. They were making their own government Twitter accounts. There is Roblox CNN. There is Roblox Fox News. There is Roblox CNN 2. There is Roblox BBC. There is Roblox BBC 2. There is literally a fucking Roblox account for anything you could fucking imagine that's closely related to politics in any sort of fucking form or fashion. Like, I found out that there were, like, people were staging wars against other countries in this. There was, like, just thinking about this is fucking ruining my head again.
So, so do people just, like, join these groups? And they're just like, I'm from Russia now.
No, there is a fucking vetting process, Tad, okay? You can't just become the president of Russia. You have to be a citizen first, and you have to spend a lot of time working as a citizen. Then, maybe if you're a good enough citizen, you can get up there and, you can be a politician, for example. You get voted in as a politician, you promise to do a lot of things. Okay, now you're working as, like, some secretary somewhere, or, like, some secretary of the state. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the United States role-playing Roblox scene is so fucking batshit ridiculous. They like fill pretty much every cabinet position in the United States government with some kind of role player, and they do their job, Tad. They do their job to some kind of efficiency that I wish we saw in our actual government, mind you. Like,
see, in Roblox, they're actually, like, 6 years in the future. They're colonizing Mars. They've already got gun control down. They've got it.
They got all that shit figured out, but, like,
who gets to be Roblox Trump?
Oh my god. So they don't like necessarily roleplay as other, like, real world political leaders. They're just themselves, but they have, like, a political persona, I guess. Let me find the okay. I want to get into the history here a little bit of this, because I just remembered. So Roblox United States of America got split into two separate entities. So there is Roblox NUSA, which is New United States of America, and then there is Roblox EUSA, which is the European United States of America.
What is this Shadowrun shit?
And there was a war between the United States and the UK, I believe, and the UK won, and so they split America in half.
Did a war
pretty much.
Wage?
I don't know.
Did they go into like Phantom of the whatever and just like shoot it out? Did they go into obbies and try and race it like fucking Olympics to try and decide who wins?
I never found out necessarily how a lot of the wars happened. But
did someone just decide, like, okay, you guys won this one, and now we're just going to say that you guys won it? What is going on?
I think it might have been in probably some sort of first-person shooter or something like that.
They went to the Roblox UN and talked it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how official they make their documents look. By the way, oh yeah, there is a Roblox United Nations as well. Like this is a screen cap of a government cable from the Department of Political Affairs, And it's like,
what the fuck?
It's like you look at the reports and it's so funny with like the Roblox usernames. So it's like you got weekly report, October 2017, leadership report, Haji Boo remains absent.
This looks like, okay, right now, if you would have showed me this, I would have been like, yeah, no, that's like an official government thing. You know, I wouldn't notice that it has all these wacky names on it until I looked a little bit closer. But like, no, it's got it in like, it's got like a fancy logo. It's got typesetting. It's got the proper date. It's got the formatting.
Yeah, and I'm sure this makes good content for podcasting, but like if you look at this is part of a cable from the United Nations General Assembly of Roblox, and you can see all of the members of the UN signed it with their Roblox name, and then they signed it in cursive too.
Oh, your leather salad, Prime Minister of Nepal.
It's like the juxtaposition of these very like serious. The
Hold on a second. I'm reading this here, and I see the word terrorist.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the part where I came into play with all of this, because this cable is directly related to stuff we were doing in Roblox. So I saw that there was literally the United Nations of Roblox, and people were role-playing as countries and stuff. And me, Tad, me being the huge Metal Gear fanatic that I am, I thought to myself, what if I just started Outer Heaven in Roblox? And
Roblox.
Roblox, huh? And so what I did was, using my powers of influence, I created the Militaires Sans Oofs, or soldiers without oofs, which also could correspond to soldiers without death or dying.
So my God.
And so I started recruiting people, and we started our own Roblox PMC group, which, as far as I'm aware, there has never been a really well organized Roblox PMC, mind you,
including our own,
yes. And so we started with like maybe 20 members or something, and I think up to now our PMC group has about 200. Something to that effect. Yeah.
That's a lot of Robloxians.
And so we started our own Discord for a while to like organize operations. And it was me, Marcy, who I believe you're familiar with, and a lot of other people with my community. And we started partnering with a lot of Roblox developers as well. We worked directly with Shovelware Studios to help get ourselves some funding. They lent our PMC some Robux so we could A, start our own group, and B, we made a physical recreation of Mother Base from Metal Gear Solid 5, which you can actually you can just straight up go visit if you want to, if you search Outer Heaven in Roblox. And we started going out on operations. I'm trying to think of some key ones. We crashed an ASEAN summit, which I believe was an Asian, I think it was like Asian South American, some sort of meeting or whatever that was just being role played by a bunch of dumb fucks. And
so like, what do? Do you just go in there and they just start making noise so they have to leave? Because I don't think, like, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to assume that Roblox won't let you go in there and shoot them to death.
No, I want to make this clear. We weren't griefing. We were engaging with the roleplay. We weren't like going in there and calling people names and shit like that. We were actively engaging with the roleplay. We weren't trying to hack anybody or like do shit like that. We were just becoming another part of this greater sort of online national Roblox roleplay. And so we would go in there, and a lot of the things we would do was just like, we would go in there like groups of like 10 or something like that. And there was a meeting that was starting, and so there was like somebody at a front desk or whatever. And so we just we got invited in, we told them what we were doing, and we told them our whole mission was like, you know, a world without borders, and we wanted to tear down the United Nations and bring the world together under one banner and dismantle all the other road nations. And so we told them our mission statement, and they wanted to kick us out or whatever. Oh no, what happened was at this, like they let us in, and then some security guy just fired on one of our dudes, just straight up shot one of our guys. and so we formed a line. You remember the launch of the Division when you had to like line up in a queue to like go get your starting gear or something like that? Mm-hmm. It was something where like the player collision wouldn't let people. Anyway, so yeah, we got in a line, and we like one by one, we're just filing our complaints to this fucking national summit, and eventually we all got forced into this meeting room. We weren't allowed the front seats because I guess they were afraid we were going to cause trouble. And so we were just like standing up in these bleachers, just, oh yeah, you can do dances in Roblox, and one of them is basically the Gangnam Style dance. So we're just sitting up here, just like spamming the Gangnam Style dance while they go on about with their, whatever meeting they're having. And then some guy just like runs up to the stadium and just straight up fucking blows himself up.
Holy shit.
And then they start forcing everybody out, and then for whatever reason we all had guns, I guess, and then we started like getting shot at a whole bunch. It was very strange. We also went on an operation where I think it was for the they were electing a president for the NUSA, and we basically crashed into the White House. And we're just trying to like get on camera because Roblox CNN was doing a YouTube live stream, and we wanted to rush the stadium to send out our message about unifying the world. And yeah, we started getting somewhere eventually when we were getting pulled into Discord DMs with like other, like we were finding like people in governments that were unhappy with how they were being treated. And so we were pulling people in. We're like, hey, come work for us, and you know, you'll be part of something bigger, and if you help us give this insider information, we'll treat you right. And most people didn't really understand what we were trying to do, unfortunately. So a lot of
they were probably like 10 years old.
A lot of these people were also kind of assholes at times. They were very much like, they gave off that sort of early, edgy, like, 4chan-y vibe. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of just people throwing out no words a lot of the times. But, yeah, honestly, we just had a lot of fun going around to different, like, nations and goofing off and doing shit. Probably some of the favorite shit that we've done is there was a Roblox city of New York City, and they have like a full police station and everything like that. And so we're all dressed in our uniforms. One of our artists made a Roblox MSO kind of styled like the Peace Walker uniform for all of our members. I think it was about like 20 of us or something. We went into New York City, and we were just kind of like scoping it out, trying to get intel about like who people are there and stuff. Oh yeah, that was another thing we tried to do. We tried to get like intel agents. And so we would have people make like dupe Roblox accounts to trying to get into positions of power in these governments to then eventually overthrow them from Mother Base in our whole mission. I think we got somebody as like a police officer eventually in New York, but we eventually got found out. But yeah, anyway,
tactical espionage.
Yeah, exactly. We were doing intel runs. So yeah, we would just like run around, and then like we wouldn't even really do anything. We would just all like sit as a group at like some restaurant in game, and then suddenly we would just be like swarmed by police, and they would just like ask if we were part of a gang over and over and over again because they had gang problems. And I'm like, oh no, we're not gang, we're not terrorists, we're just a PMC. And they wouldn't necessarily know what a PMC is half the time, so we would have to explain what we do. And then they'll be like, oh, okay. And then sometimes they would just arrest us for no good reason. We did eventually we did eventually like try and rob a bank there just because we wanted to see like if it was possible. And I guess they have a system where you can just totally rob a bank in New York City, so that was fun.
Did you get away with a whole bunch of Robux?
No, it wasn't Robux, unfortunately. It was just like their in-game currency, I guess, which you could use to buy a car in-game. I don't know. It wasn't anything like substantial money. We weren't like actually stealing real money, mind you.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a lot of goofy shit. We put in a lot of work to building MSO, and we ended up having our own internal ARG for a while, where somebody in our group was acting as our cipher. Not just, how familiar are you with MGS lore?
Not very.
Okay, so there's this opposing organization in a lot of the later games like Metal Gear Solid 5 and 4 called Cypher, which is basically just kind of like an anti-MSO sort of thing, I guess. Basically they're very cryptic and it's a lot of dumb, goofy shit. But we had a couple people that were like working internally to try and dismantle our own organization. Like, we got invested in our own roleplay for a while. It was very entertaining for a good amount of time there. But yeah, there is definitely fun to be had on the Roblox platform, especially if you want to get into politics, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that's so huge. Especially in Roblox.
Yeah, there is just we were gonna try and buy the whole country of Italy for a while. Like there was a guy who made an Italy map that we wanted to buy, but he was asking like way too much money for it, and we wanted to buy up a country so we had more power against the UN. That was our whole end goal. Is we wanted to tear down the Roblox United Nations. And we kept like bothering them so much to a point they had to specifically make a ban on military contracting that was basically lettered specifically against us. And as you mentioned earlier in this document under Resolution Article 2, military contracting groups should be labeled as terrorist organizations since they have no country of origin and are formed upon militaristic ideals to prove a point in the first place, which is literally what happened in the fucking Metal Gear franchise, which just made me lose my goddamn mind.
See, but it's kind of funny because you look at these and you can see that like it's also like kind of written by kids. Because the first one there's nations should be required to use their own armed forces in times of war and conflict. Not a group that isn't even involved in the community.
Yeah.
Like, there's like little slip-ups where they get unprofessional because it's fucking Roblox.
God. Oh, yeah, I found there was a whole document written by the Italian Republic leader about how he was going to sell off all of Italy and Roblox Rome, pretty much, which is really funny. If you just imagine just somebody selling off Rome, it's ludicrous. But yeah, there would be like Roblox news reports.
Now, how did people access those? Is it just YouTube channels?
Twitter. It's just Twitter. Like, it was just like if you just search like Roblox BBC like Twitter, you'll find BBC News UK Roblox. Like, just 4 hours ago, North Korean Soldier 2 has been appointed as the junior minister for devolved nations. It's like there's like full on like stage screenshots here and like everything. This is content that regularly gets updated and people like participate in like constantly. And it's been going for like as long as 2010, I think, was like the earliest I could find of people doing this sort of thing. Like March 21st, BBC News Roblox, Italian officials are considering declaring war on Spain.
People are invested in this because like this is the first I've even heard of RP on this kind of scale.
Yeah, it is absolutely insane. And like most of this stuff I think is done internally, like on their Discord groups.
Yeah, because, like, at the same time, like, this isn't even, like, fantastical fantasy stuff. It's just fucking Roblox Italy. It's just Roblox Italy.
Like, they have their own voting system. Like, they have their own conservative parties. They have their own liberal parties. It's fucking... Like, there's a whole, like, sub-Twitter for UK Parliament Roblox. And there is even a sub one for that's called the Electoral Commission Roblox, UKE It's Roblox.
How many followers does it have?
I don't know. It doesn't have a lot. Yeah, BBC News Roblox, God. CNN Roblox, NBC News Roblox. Although
NBC.
the NBC one hasn't been updated in a while.
It's just fact, like normal NBC. Am I right?
Fun fact, we haven't we decided to buy up our own news organization. So we had MSO's own Twitter account, but then also we found out that nobody decided to make an InfoWars Roblox, so we just decided to make our own InfoWars Roblox account. If
they
you
put
wish
chemicals in a Robux and turn in the oofs gay.
So yeah, we started to get very involved with this this whole thing because it's just, like, the scale is what just took me back so hard. Is there was just so much involved with it.
And this is like, at the end of the day, this is like Kids Gary's mod.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like it's just like Kids Gary's mod. Yeah, I don't. And the fact that they were able to take this platform to like such extent and like expand upon it, like even outside the platform, it's just really,
because you have shit
really
on Twitter, you have Discords, you have people going back and forth, people setting up meetings to go and set up agendas and getting all this documentation down for like future reference. Like, oh, what did we decide on March 22nd of 2017? Oh, well, let's look in the archives. And who is there, like, are there kids at home that get off of school? Like, oh yeah, they get on there and they're like, I can't wait to be secretary of, I can't wait to be the secretary to a fucking police officer in Italy and sit here for 8 hours.
Fucking buck wild. Like, the amount of effort that goes into a lot of this. I mean, I can't necessarily say all of them are kids, mind you, but like the length that these guys will go to for like a map construction, because these guys have made like huge cities in like these nice like looking like conference rooms and like electoral commissions. Like, there is an Australian Electoral Commission's Roblox account where they let you vote on stuff, and they have like pie graphs of pre-campaign poll results for like the Labour Party and the Democrats and the Liberals, and like
how are there so many people involved in this to get those stats? Are they just making it up? I don't know,
dude. I don't know.
How deep does it go,
dude? Honestly, I'm not sure how deep it goes at this point, because like to this day, I still uncover like new and wild bullshit with this stuff. Like, there is TV Bolivian News Roblox. Like, fucking Bolivia has A, its own country representative Roblox, and B, its own fucking news station in Roblox.
See, here's the thing that I'm confused about is like, why are there all these smaller countries? If my name is Timmy Williams 2010, you know, I apparently I'm really interested in politics because I'm the weirdest 10-year-old. But like, if I go on here, I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to be Secretary of the Defense of the Interior for fucking Nigeria. No, you don't. You want to be goddamn President of the United States. How do they
Well, here's the thing. Why be a lesser pawn in a bigger country when you can be a fucking king of your own country,
like, you don't have to you don't have to fucking Gaddafi, the current leader. You can just say like, I'm the leader now, because it's all role play. So how does this work? Because these are children, or children generally. I guess I am generalizing.
I guess they have some like form and structure. Like, you can't just say I'm the president now. Like, and nobody in their community is going to take you seriously, and B, they're also going to like look to the guy who they quote unquote elected as their quote unquote president. Like, they're like, I guess as like president of a country, you'll have like more like admin rights over what you can do in these countries and shit like that.
And access to that sweet, sweet Robux vault.
I guess I have no idea if there is money involved in this. But like, yeah, dude, I don't know. There's a lot. There's just a lot there, man.
Oh my god. Maybe I'll stick to my Lightning McQueen flashy adventure, save the day, or spend 600 Robux.
You might not want to like get too deep into the political scene. You might just fucking lose your mind at like...
Get into that fucking Roblox political mire. You might never get out.
Yeah, and like, I found a lot of these people on this shit, they take it very seriously. Like, they've made their own, like, combat uniform. Like, Bolivia has its own, like, uniforms. They have their own, like, there's February 20th, Cuban forces have pulled out of the Mexican Civil War and proclaimed neutrality in the conflict. Like, what? How? And then, like, a lot of these people are very shitty too. Like, very, like, what? Okay, this is from I think TV Bolivian News, and this is some of their like rules here. High-ranking officers in the policia can run in elections. Guillotine as an option for punishment.
Oh wow!
Okay, now it starts getting a little more super fucked up. Catholicism as the state religion. Homosexual acts punishable by death. Free market capitalist economy. You must do national service to vote in elections. Oh, this one's good. This one's great. Crimes against LGBT individuals are legal. Like, what? Like, that's incredibly shitty and bad. But in the context of, like, Roblox, it's fucking stupid.
They make it, that's one of the, they specifically pointed out. Oh, that's great. Oh, Roblox Bolivia. Oh, who is running you?
It's and you see like a lot of this just. Oh, here you go. K&R Roblox Twitter account for Greenland's state-run TV and radio station. Roblox Greenland. Roblox Greenland is a thing, and they got
how many fucking players does Roblox have? It's got to have like 6 billion.
Roblox's average player count. That is a good question. Let me find that for you. Roblox player count. Show correct amount. Oh, that's not what I want. That's a player count script. Okay. Well, at December 20th, 2016, which was, I believe, its 10-year anniversary, Roblox surpasses 30 million monthly users.
Oh my!
And 300 million hours of engagement. And in 2016, Roblox, it's near 900,000 concurrent users at its peak. Like, imagine almost a concurrent, like, 1 million players.
I mean, PlayerUnknown hit that, but only for a short while. And then multiply that by 30?
Yeah, and, like, this is a free game, too. So you can play this on your phone. There's an Xbox app. You can play this on your PC. This game runs on, like, really shitty PC. Dude, fucking, I was just at the library the other day, and I saw 2 kids on Roblox.
Maybe they were from Bolivia.
Oh, shit, I gotta take them out.
Take them out. Militaires Sans Oofs. Strikes again.
Yeah, but no, it's just like... It is such an easy platform to just sort of jump on and play. Like, it just downloads like a little web browser extension, and then it like launches a program on your computer, and like that's it. It like the demands for your average Roblox game are super, super low.
Less than Minecraft.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It might be just less than Minecraft or just as much, but you can play it on like pretty much anything now. And so, like, if you're a kid with a phone or, like, a bad computer or a laptop, you can still play Roblox, and you can probably get some entertainment out of it.
Even whether that's playing a first-person shooter or declaring war crimes against gay people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck. Like, I've seen, like, communist China be represented in this game. I've seen the USSR, like, made a wonderful revival in Roblox. And like they have their own like political memes too. Like I'm looking at this one that was reblogged by K&R. What's in the Trojan horse? And it's like communism, non-existent freedoms, tyranny, slaughter, and it's like going into a Trojan horse that's like labeled Roberto for prime minister.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Tad, I don't know, but like it's just so intense, dude. Like the more you look into it, the deeper everything goes, the more like sub-nations you find. It's just fucking ludicrous.
I said before, the longer you stare at the Roblox oofs back.
Exactly. Like you can get like lost in just finding out like how many nations are there? Oh yeah, we had a representative from our from MSO break off to work as an undercover agent as Waluigi, and founded the nation of Venezuela in direct opposition of Venezuela, and almost got recognized by United Nations, but unfortunately they did not. Oh yeah, there is also the Roblox DPRK, in case you were wondering.
The DPRK?
Yeah, the North Korean Roblox, pretty much.
Oh, I thought North Koreans weren't allowed to play video games.
Well, I mean, these are people role-playing as North Korea, so they're allowed, okay.
Who wants to be North Korea?
Look at this post here. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea have entered a pact titled, quote-unquote, Treaty of Friendship. The dear leader stated that the pact was progress. I guess this was
God.
This was them working with the Russian Federation of Roblox, mind you.
Jesus Christ.
And I want you to look at this document right now. I'm going to link it to you, and look at how official this Google document looks. Look at how beautiful that heading is, the font work, how it's got like a nice and pretty border. Like, the levels people go to make official documents.
It's even written in Korean.
I know. I can only imagine it was just pumped through Google Translate, mind you, but still.
But still, oh my God.
Let me see. Oh yeah, for a while MSO started putting out their own cables as well in very similar styles about how we did some of our operations and things like that. So I ran a convention at UMACon in Detroit last year, talking about a lot of this stuff, and we made our own sort of field guides. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. But basically, we sort of create our own hand manual on how to become a member of MSO and like what you should expect in a lot of things like that. Let's see, where's my drive at? But yeah, we got a lot of material together to do a lot of this dumb bullshit because we're insane and we wanted to really dig deep into the lore here. Like, we put out an official document, basically replying to the UN's ban on contracting, and we put out a couple like promo videos that were animated of our Roblox characters talking very poetically, as they do in Metal Gear, like shining lights and how we're going to bring down the establishment kind of bullshit. Gosh, I'll try and find this document later and show it to you, but yeah, we went all in, and we even made our own like VR missions map to sort of train soldiers, and we made a full-scale Sahelanthropus to show on our base. I'll see if I can find that as well later, but yeah, we had a very good time with this. And we haven't really done any operations since I last did my panel in November, but I got some ideas for stuff I want to do, bringing MSO back alive once more, and running on some more operations. We've just been working in the shadows quietly.
As long as the UN still stands and our nations stand divided, Militaires Sans Oofs will survive.
We'll bring them back together under one banner. We will make the light in their souls shine again. Bring this world together for you, Bufferiku.
I think that's a good point to end the episode.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Man, I learned a lot about Roblox and a lot about the human nature.
Yeah. If you're ever interested in watching some of my Roblox content, you can find it up on my YouTube channels there. I'm done with the Roblox, like, I used to do Roblox Hell content, but I'm kind of done with that for now, because people used to take that advantage to be shitty to kids. It's never what I intended to be, but, you know, people were being assholes, so I decided, nah, I'm just gonna do this now. Because the MSO stuff we're doing, we're actively, like, participating in it and engaging in
Yeah,
in
you're
a
not
nice
just going
way.
in there and yelling at people.
Yeah, no.
Faces.
Yeah, no, we're not. You guys are cringy. No, that's not what we're doing. we're engaging with the role play, and we're having a good time.
And what's that stream title? What's that URL?
If you want to check out my streams, you can go to twitch.tv/GeePM. Or you can follow me on Twitter at GeeFrodo, GFrodo. And if you can go to my YouTube stuff is pretty much the same. Just GeePM is where I have my highlights, and then I got GeePM Full Flex where my stream VODs go.
Now, where does the Frodo come from? Is it just Lord of the Rings?
So, long story short, I got called Frodo in high school, and it just sort of stuck for out the entirety of high school. Not in a negative way or anything. It was just kind of one of those nicknames that just sort of happened for no good reason. I was only called it because this one kid said I was short, and then they just kept calling me Frodo. So literally everybody else started doing that. So I was like, whatever. I guess they're not being assholes about it.
Guess I'm Frodo now.
It got to a point where teachers would start calling it me Frodo, and I don't know, it was very silly. I didn't really care that much, but yeah, that's where that comes from.
All right, well, speaking of silly, you can find the podcast here on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, website www.lmtya.com. You can find me on Twitter at LetMeTellYouPD, Discord in the description, Patreon in the description, GeePM stream in the description. I'll actually put links to all these crazy Roblox political nonsense in there too, so you can peruse these.
Yeah, I'll link you. I'll give you links to the MSO group on Roblox, and then I'll see if I can find those documents to show you as well.
All right, well, thanks for being on the show. It was really interesting. Roblox seems like a very special place.
Oh yeah, it's a very good place, and thank you for having me on, my sweet special baby boy.
All right, well, never gonna have you on again.